I've been using 24 Funded for the past 30 days, and in this video I'm going to tell you why, in my opinion, it is by far the best match trader prop firm currently on the market. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this prop firm. Then I'm gonna show you what type of challenges they offer and what are the rules that you need to follow. After that, I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend and of their trading platform. And finally, I'm gonna tell you what, in my opinion, are all the pros and cons about this prop firm. If at any point during this video you also would like to try 24 Funded, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. And once you get at the checkout page, if you use the discount code STKTRD like you see right now on the screen, you are always going to receive a 10% discount on all your challenges, no matter the amount. So, if you're serious about trying this prop firm, I suggest you follow these steps. And now, let's start with the video. I'm currently on the homepage of 24 Funded, and a few of the things that we can immediately notice about this prop firm are the fact that they give you access to funded account with a balance of up to $250,000, they offer 24/7 live support, and they give you access to education center completely for free. More specifically, the education center offer multiple articles and resources that are perfect for various traders. In fact, as you can see, the articles are divided between beginners, intermediate and advanced, and if I keep scrolling down, you can see a few of the resources that you're gonna get access. And what I specifically like about this education center is that some of the content that you will find here sometimes is sold for hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, while in the education center of 24 Funded is completely for free. In fact, you don't even need to purchase a challenge to access it. Another aspect that I really like about 24 Funded is that they give you access to a 90% profit split in case you purchase the add-on, and they give you access to superior trading condition. In fact, as I'll show you later once I log in my account, the spreads that you can expect to get with 24 Funded are really competitive and some of the lowest when it comes to match trader prop firm. And this of course is something positive and a sign of this prop firm commitment to provide this trader with the best trading experience. Talking about trading experience, 24 Funded has also recently opened their Discord server. I'm gonna be honest with you, currently there is not a lot of activity inside it, and I think this is positive because it means that if you join the server right now, you're gonna be able to actually make a difference and help them build and have some product. And more specifically, inside the 24 Funded server, if you scroll down here where it says feedback and suggestion, once you are inside this channel, you're gonna be able to submit your feedback or suggestion on how 24 Funded can improve their Discord server and also their prop firm. Not only that, as you can see below, there are also other channels that I think are really interesting, like for example the traders chat, the trading ideas, the trade of the day, and so on. So if you're serious about using 24 Funded, I highly suggest you to join this Discord server and become an active member of this community. So now that I give you an overview of 24 Funded, let me show you what type of challenges they offer and what are the rules that you need to follow. As you can see, currently 24 Funded offer 3 different type of challenges. In fact, you have an instant challenge, a one-step challenge, and a two-step challenge, and all of them goes from $5,000 till $200,000. And I find this particularly impressive when it comes to the instant funded challenge. In fact, there is a really small amount of prop firm that give you access to instant challenges that are bigger than $200,000, and 24 Funded is one of them. More specifically, as you can see, with this type of challenge, you need to trade for a minimum of 5 days. You have a maximum daily loss of 3%, and it's based on your equity, so the open plus closed trades. When it comes to the maximum loss is 6%, and it is based on your initial balance. The maximum leverage is 1 to 50, and the profit split is 80%. Another thing that is not mentioned here, but that you should know, is that the instant challenge has a 10% consistency rule. So this means that you cannot have a single days where you generate more than 10% of your total profits. When it comes to the one-step challenge, in this case, the minimum trading days is 3, the maximum daily loss is 4%, and also in this case is based on your equity. The maximum loss is 8%, and also in this case is based on your initial balance. You have a profit target of 10% to pass the challenge phase, and the maximum leverage available is 1 to 100. Once you get to the funded stage, as you can see, you need to trade for a minimum of 1 day to be eligible for a payout. The maximum daily loss and the maximum overall loss remain the same as the challenge phase. Also, the leverage is still 1 to 100, and the basic profit split is going to be 80%. Lastly, let's talk about two-step challenges. During step 1, you need to trade for a minimum of 3 days. The maximum daily loss is 5%, also in this case based on your equity. The maximum overall loss is 10%, and again it is based on your initial balance. The profit target for step 1 is 80%, and the maximum leverage is 1 to 100. Once you get to step 2, the minimum trading days are still 3, the maximum daily loss is 5%, the maximum overall loss is 10%, the profit target is 5%, and the leverage is still a 1 to 100. Once you pass the challenge phase and you get to the funded stage, in this case the minimum trading days to request a payout is 1, the maximum daily loss is 5%, the maximum overall loss is 10%, the leverage stays the same at 1 to 100, and the basic profit split is 80%. Now that I show you which challenges 24 Funded offer, let me explain you a few of the most important rules that you need to follow. First, let's talk about trading commission, because no matter which account you're going to pick, these commissions are going to be applied to you. So, as you can see, when it comes to the instant challenge, you're gonna pay $14 per lot traded. So this means $7 to open a position and $7 to close it. When it comes to the one-step challenge, you're gonna pay $7 commission during the discovery phase. So this means that during the challenge phase, you're going to pay $3.50 to open a position and $3.50 to close the position, while during the funded stage, you're gonna pay $14 per lot trader, so $7 to open a position and $7 to close a position. When it comes to two-step challenge, also in this case, during the challenge phase, you're gonna pay $7 per lot traded, so $3.50 to open a position and $3.50 to close a position, while once you get to the funded stage, you're gonna pay $14 per lot traded, so $7 to open a position and $7 to close the position. I know that this commission might seem high, but later, once I log in my account and I show you what type of spreads you can expect to get with 24 Funded, you will understand that they're actually fair considering how low the spreads that you're going to get are. The next rule I would like to show you is related to holding trades during news and during the weekend. So when it comes to the challenge phase, there are no restriction on holding trades during the news or also over the weekend, but it's important to notice that purposely exploiting news volatility is prohibited and might result in your account termination. Instead, once you get to the funded stage, you are still allowed to hold trades during the weekend, but when it comes to news event, there are a few limitations. In fact, in case of a major news event, you are not allowed to open a trade 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after the event. Instead, when it comes to instant challenge account, as you can see, you have to close all your position before market closes on Friday. In fact, holding trades over the weekend is strictly prohibited. Instead, when it comes to news event, you are not allowed to open or close a trade 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after a high impact news event. And violating these rules might result in an immediate breach of the account. Lastly, here is the list of all the practices that are prohibited by 24 Funded. Personally, going through this list, I even found nothing groundbreaking. In fact, the same trading practices that 24 Funded prohibit are the same ones that also all the other prop firms don't allow, like for example, over leveraging, concentrated risk and abuse of asset correlation, one-sided betting, account rolling, hedging, copying strategies, and system abuse. So again, in this list you won't find nothing groundbreaking, but it's good to know that if you engage in any of these practices, you may get your account terminated or breached. Now that I show you which challenges 24 Funded offer and what are the rules that you need to follow, let me log in my trading account. So I'm inside my 24 Funded account, as you can see here on the left corner. This is the latest challenge that I purchased, which is a $25,000 challenge, and since this was purchased really recently, I still haven't placed a single trade. But as I start trading with this account, here at the bottom, all the trades that I took are going to appear. Currently 24 Funded only support Match Trader, and personally I really like this trading platform. The first reason is because, as you can see here, the chart is provided by TradingView. So this means that you're gonna get access to a really smooth experience. Here on the left, you're gonna get access to all the trading instruments that you can also access on TradingView, like for example the opportunity to draw trend lines, and if, as you can see, you can also do race, for example, or you can also add extended lines. You also have the opportunity to add, for example, the simulation of your profit and loss, both if you decide to go long or also if you decide to go shorts. And then if you scroll down and you click on this bin, you can also delete all your drawings at the same time. Not only that, here at the top you can select the time frame. So in my case, every single candles currently represent 1 hour, but if for example I click on M30, now every single candle represents 30 minutes. I can decide to change how my chart look, and something that I really enjoy is the fact that I can also add multiple indicators. So let's say for example that I want to add an RSI, I just need to type it, then select it, and as you can see now the RSI has appeared on the screen. And again, I really enjoy that everything here comes from TradingView. So if we move on the left side of the screen, here I have access to all the various pairs that I can trade. As you can see, they are divided in commodities, crypto, forex, and indices. So let's say, for example, that I want to trade Forex. I just need to click on it, and here I'm gonna get access to all the various pairs that I can trade. And as I told you before, it's true that the commission may seem a bit high, but as you can see, the spreads, in my opinion, are really good. In fact, for example, Euro USD, currently the spread is just 1, GBP USD, currently the spread is 4, USD CAD 3, USD JPY 3. So as you can see, there are a lot of major forex pair where the spread is single digit, and also for other pairs, for example JBP AUD, in this case the spread is 19, so a bit higher but still manageable, and also for JBP CAD the spread is 15, a bit higher but again still manageable. And let's look, for example, at commodities, and in particular gold, which is really popular. As you can see, the spread is around 13, 16, 13, also sometimes 10. So when it comes to gold, the spread really good in my opinion. In fact, every time I can get spreads with gold that is lower than 20, I consider it a success. And also when it comes to indices, as you can see, the spread really low. Let's say, for example, UK 100 spread of 4, US 30 spread of 1 or 2, US 500 spread of 4. So again, as I told you before, the commission might look a bit high, but they are compensated by this really low spread. If you move here at the top, as you can see, you can also access a few more features, like for example, clicking on calendar. Here you can see the calendar with all the most recent news that are about to happen. You can also see the top movers. So if, for example, you don't know what you should trade, you can use this feature as a filter. And also if you click on news, you can also see a few of the most recent news that has just happened and that might influence the market. If you move to the extreme right of the screen, as you can see here, clicking on your profile icon, you can also access a few more features, like for example, you can see your inbox, you can edit your profile, and it's really important that all the information that you put inside your profile are exactly the same as the one that appear on your identification document, because in this way the know your customer verification is going to be smoother. You also have the opportunity to start a new challenge. In fact, every trader with 24 Funder is allowed to own multiple accounts. You can also modify your user setting, and if you want, you can also install the desktop app of Match Trader. So now that I give you a complete overview of 24 Funded, let me tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons of this proffer. When it comes to pros, I will say that the first one is that scalping is allowed. In fact, when it comes to 24 Funded, you don't have any minimum holding times. So this means that you can open a trade, hold it for 5 seconds, and if you were able to generate a profit, that profit is gonna get counted towards your challenge. And this of course is a huge pro, because it means that you have total freedom when it comes to your trading style. The second pro of 24 Funded is their low spreads. In fact, as I show you, most major forex pairs have single digit spreads, and also when it comes to gold, the average spread is around 14. This of course is a huge pro, because it means that no matter your trading strategy, you'll always be able to enjoy advantageous trading conditions. The third pro of this proffer is the fact that they give you access to a big instant funding account. In fact, as we have seen, the maximum size instant funding account that you can get is $250,000, which in my opinion is something positive and something that you should take advantage of, because when it comes to instant funding account, most proffer usually cap them at $200,000. The last pro of 24 Funded is their complete education center. In fact, this section of the website offers clear, structured and practical trading guidance featuring everything from trading basics to advanced strategies, which not only help you understand key concepts but also show the firm commitment to trader development. Now let's talk about the cons of 24 Funded. Personally, the only cons that I found while using this proffer is the fact that news trading is not allowed. It's true that during the challenge phase you have less limitation and you can actually trade through the news, but once you get to the funded stage, or if you select an instant funded account, you have a lot of limitation related to news trading. So if your trading strategy relies on taking advantage of the volatility created by news event, unfortunately 24 Funded is not the proffer for you, because you're not gonna be able to trade during these periods. So there you have it. This was my review of 24 Funded, which in my opinion is currently the best match trader proffer on the market. As I told you at the beginning, if you also would like to try this proffer, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. And once you get at the checkout page, if you use the discount code STKTRD like you see right now on the screen, you are always going to receive a 10% discount on all your challenges, no matter the amount. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and until next time, happy trades!